How you guys doing?
This thing going? All right, I'm good.
Welcome to the 414 Morning Podcast. All right, so I feel like at this point it's gonna be Armando's rant.
Okay.
Start things off because I don't know. I don't like people. A lot of stuff just be pissing me off.
Mm.
But before I get into like a negative point, right? I feel proud of myself.
Okay.
I don't know because I'm starting to get that. You look familiar. Where
Oh,
where where do I know you from? Like I got
usually,
that.
usually for me, it's because I go to a lot of liquor stores. But didn't I see you over on 44th and Capitol? Yeah, yeah, you
with,
did.
with that brown bag. When you just teaching the class about fucking hypocrite.
Ain't it 9 o'clock? What you doing?
12 steps. Like, you walking backwards. No.
I got scars on healed that money can't fix it. My brother turned to snake just for that quickly. Gay love they gay hate cause they mind will sick. I was 30 in the clock cause the pot got thick. Damn, change ain't change, only change switch clips. Gotta ride with that drum, keep that clip by my hip. See the pain in my verse every time you hear me spit. They told me keep my circle tight, but that bitch.
But I feel good because I'm starting to get that. You look familiar. Where do I know you from? Like I can't figure out where I know you from, but I know you. Like
Okay.
it's like I've seen you a lot. And then all of a sudden, people would just like start going through their pockets and stuff. Right,
Mm.
not because I owe 'em money, but they start going. They be like, "This you ain't it? This is you."
That's good. That's
I be
what's up.
like, "Yeah, that's me. That's
Yeah.
me." I got that a couple of times out at the mall with my daughter,
Hmm.
and we walking around. They was like, and people just pointing. My daughter's like, "What's going on here?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then he was like, "You the dude from the 414 Morning
Oh, that's
Podcast?"
crazy.
Yeah. And then one of my even at basketball, like they like you that TikTok dude.
Mm.
Like we see you on TikTok. I'm
Okay.
like, I'm coaching right now. Shut up.
Right. Right.
Shut up. Let's move.
That's what's up though.
Yeah. So I felt good. Even today, like I'm ordering my food.
Hmm.
This lady in the window was like, "Why you look so familiar?" Like, because I was here yesterday. I ordered the same thing. She's like, "No, that ain't it." I was like, "You sure?" She's like, "No, I'm sure."
Mm.
And then she's like, "I follow you." I was like, "Okay, like and subscribe."
Right. Right. Yeah, we don't give out money for following though, but
Yeah, but
appreciate it.
yeah, but that made me feel good,
Mm.
right? So getting somewhere.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Hey, I'm putting my 2 weeks notice. Like, so if you're not joking, no, I still need this money.
It's Friday. We got a lot to cover today.
Yeah. Okay. So my rant.
Go ahead.
Before we get into what we got to cover, so you let me know if this is just a bitch move,
Uh,
or if it's just if I'm putting too much on this.
okay.
So we all know the Iceman,
Yeah.
right? When you think of the Iceman, who you think of?
Great.
Well, before that, like basketball wise.
Us. See, I wouldn't even go on basketball. I would have gone UFC.
Okay, well I'm talking about like basketball, San Antonio,
George Gervin.
George Gervin, the Iceman,
Hmm.
right? Playing with Spurs,
Hmm.
right? We so people that follow basketball, they know Iceman automatically Gervin,
Yeah.
right? So Khalid Williams decided to try to trademark the phrase Iceman.
There's a few reasons why you can't do that, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I guess his fourth quarter comebacks and his heroics. So one of the announcers called him Iceman, and then he tried to go and trademark it, and then Gervin issue was like, man, that's what they called me for 40 years. Like I feel like
I'm
I didn't.
alive, nigga. Like,
Yeah, I'm alive. Yeah, and he like I feel like I didn't have to trademark that because everybody know that points
Mhm.
back to me.
Yeah.
Even with Drake, the Iceman and stuff, it's a reference to him.
Yeah.
So everybody know that. But Khalil Williams decided like I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna trademark it. And that's what I hate about the younger generation.
Mhm.
Like, it's no respect for the generations before them. No They don't know any history about it. They don't care to know the history about it. It's just straight bitch assness to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's a weak ass move right there. And then George, like, Iceman 44, that's what he wanted to coin phrase. So he decided to go out and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put my trademark in there for that because I felt like I didn't, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
But if Khalil Williams win his,
Mhm.
then he can't do it. Like, his only appeal would be, well, I've been called this way before he even knew about this.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, especially when it comes to like names in sports,
Mm-hmm.
so many of these names get recycled. You know, that's why like you said Iceman. Yeah, I went to Drake because that's more recent. But Chuck Liddell, the Hall of Fame UFC fighter,
Mm-hmm.
the Iceman. You know, George Gervin. Hell, you even have the Marvel superhero Iceman. Like it's one of those things. Once you get into like sports, you can adopt a nickname.
Mm-hmm.
You can't trademark the nickname. That's like LaMelo Ball, like trademarking Mello. Like
Mm-hmm.
you. I just feel like that's one of those. It's a no. And yeah, I agree with you. Like this generation, they're cooked with that because they want to take ownership. They want to take possession of things like that when it's not yours to have. It's
Yeah.
going to be. You know how boxers? How many people were pretty boy? Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that. That's just the way the game goes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure George Gervin, he wouldn't have minded someone being called the Iceman after him.
Yeah.
Like that's even like you see like D'Angelo Russell, he just has like the tattoo, the ice in his veins, but he's not running around saying I'm the Iceman.
Yeah.
You know, like it's one of those things like that you can always like adopt the nickname,
Yeah.
but to take ownership, to take possession of it, that's another thing, and I don't
Yeah.
think that's right.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's weak. And then, bro, like, you ain't even nobody even know you that long.
I don't know you.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody even watch you like that
Yeah.
for you to go out there and even do that. Like, that's something you gotta earn.
Right.
We've been in the league for what, 2 or 3 years?
Right. And you probably can get bounced. Like, come on, man.
Oh man, that's soft as your fingernails.
That don't make no sense.
That's crazy. All right, so moving on. So beef that kind of just, I ain't gonna say that came out of nowhere.
This meant simmering forever.
Yeah, the T.I. and 50 Cent beef. What do you think about that?
I'm gonna get straight to it. This is marketing.
Yeah,
This
I was thinking that too.
This is manufactured,
Mm-hmm.
but I love it though
Mm-hmm.
because Ti has some incredibly talented sons, and I feel like this was basically a showcase for them. The Money
Mm-hmm.
has always been a very talented rapper, but I've been hearing his music on the radio lately.
Mm-hmm.
I've been like hearing like a lot more interviews and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Damani's not young; he's like 30ish, I want to say. So it's one of those things of like, finally he's getting like known.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, for him to basically be like, I don't want to be known as my dad's son.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we know you.
Yeah, and his sound is way different than his dad's.
Yeah.
It's way different sound.
Like, but I also started thinking like, cause King, like
Why do they even call him a fucking king?
yeah, Jester, but
A peasant that been stepped on by a king.
but the thing, like, cause I was having this conversation with a friend of mine, and they were saying how they don't think that like kids should get involved in like grown folks' business.
Mm-hmm.
These are adults.
Yeah.
But also, that's like T.I. was saying, you know, like this is the matriarch of the family. Like, of course, we all gonna ride on him.
Mm-hmm.
And like for those things, like I think that's corny because like why they trying to like go at 50 Cent when G Unit did that to Ja Rule 20 plus years ago?
Yeah.
They all went at him.
Yeah.
The whole shady aftermath G Unit collective went after one person. So why is it like family members going after a person? Is like, hey, that's not cool. 50 Cent is grown. He can handle it.
Yeah.
That's 3 men and a gorilla. Like, he can handle it.
The
Like,
meme king.
yeah.
Right? And then, I mean, King looked like a mixture of ugh and what the fuck. He was like,
Right.
like, he just looked terrible. But I agree too because they apparently how it started was Ti and 50 Cent had some type of verbal agreement,
To do a
like
versus.
yeah, like a we say handshake deal, sort of, to do a versus,
Mhm.
right? And then 50 Cent decided like, no, I don't do that no more.
Yeah.
And then Ti was like, well, we was prepared. Like that ain't what you do. You don't back out of a deal. Like money involved, all this different stuff involved. And then with Ti, because of his comedy career, this is kind of like a bounce back for him.
Yeah.
Right? Gave him, like you said, give him back on the main stage.
Right. You know, he getting ready to roll out the album, and like it. So for him, this was definitely like,
Yeah.
I could use as much exposure right now,
Mhm.
especially like he done went back to the Caesar and everything. Like he's trying to give you that old feeling back. So
Yeah. To especially to relaunch it because he haven't really put out any music. So this was like, well,
he's put out
quality.
albums.
I'm talking about like,
Hey, Libra Scale was like that wasn't bad.
yeah, but it ain't the Ti we know.
Right. That's fair.
It ain't
That's
the Ti
fair.
we know. So, yeah. So I mean, I kind of feel Ti on this. But then we all know 50 Cent doesn't do anything unless it's money involved.
Yeah.
Marketing, like you said.
Mhm.
So you can tell like this was more for Ti than it was for 50 Cent.
Yeah.
50 Cent just like, you know what, hey, I put you niggas back on, but I ain't got no parts to do with none of the other stuff. Cause even look at it, 50 Cent ain't really clap back as hard as he used to.
Yeah.
Usually, when 50 Cent got beef, he put out a few memes here and there, a couple AI videos, but
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Supposed song, which I think was AI actually.
Yeah, but it wasn't to the level of like we know the Petty King to be.
Yeah.
So I would have liked it for it to really get deeper. I won't lie. A lot of people mad because I don't know why they always do this. Two black men, two moguls going at each other. But I love the beef. I love hip hop beef.
Yeah.
Right, especially if it's the right hip hop beef. Like
Exactly.
I like it because nobody think about it. Who really takes shots at Ti? Who really takes shots at 50 Cent?
Right.
So these are the two perfect people to do it.
Yeah. And I mean, like it could be memes and comedy, like with Ti, like going into that avenue of like being a comedian, but also, again, it's I even like how far King took it because that's exactly where 50 would take it in his prime. The man is like wearing shirts with 50 Cent dead mama on it. He taking pictures at a gravesite like that. I know that's wrong, but I love that energy when it comes to beef.
Damani lyrics.
Yeah.
If you break down some of his lyrics and stuff, like Damani, he killed it.
Hey, but even the other brother, Messiah, Buddy Ray, like man, who makes a rock this?
Oh yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, talking about
yeah, that was hard. Yeah,
like,
that was hard.
But
If
like, let's talk about that. Like, I like I was telling my friend that I felt like this was basically a creative writing practice because in a way they were all saying the same thing, but it's like let's just like have like you interpret this.
Yep, because you had your rock verses, you had your conscious rapper, and then you had your trap rapper.
Right.
They all three different. You know how hard that is to diss somebody in three different genres.
Right.
Like
but
that is tough.
But the fact that, and this is the thing that I feel like people are like overlooking. Outkast allowed the "I'm sorry, Miss Jackson." Like they signed off on that. Like I just feel like that put the money like in a that would like when we talk like people got to listen to this disc.
Yeah,
because
all of them.
Yeah, but when you talk about a diss record, the fact that he's talking to this deceased woman and he's basically like pleading with her like, help me understand your son because like I want to understand your son before I send him to you. Come on,
That's different level.
Like the whole thing, like I got people getting ready to pull up outside his house. Like, but before this all happens, help me understand your boy.
Yeah, let's have this conversation
like,
right quick.
Yeah, let's have this conversation. Like, I want to talk to you one-on-one before you guys talk to him.
Yeah, that's tough.
Because you're gonna have to have words with him once I send him there.
That's tough.
Yeah,
that's tough. Like that's tough. That's tough. So, man,
But yeah, I really think they like, and it because it's kind of like tapered off now. But
yeah,
I
I think they
because
called it truce.
yeah, Ti was on the Breakfast Club or something talking about he didn't he didn't like that his sons got involved, and
But you coming
I
from me,
yeah,
you come on, man.
I think that was a bitch move right there. Because it almost was reminiscent to like the whole J. Cole thing where it's like, I'm sorry, Kendrick, I love you.
Hmm.
Like that's what it reminded me of.
And
Where
Ti got to remember, bro. You came from the trenches. You
right,
can't. You a trap,
right,
right? You come from the dirty South. You come from that era where, bro, if I'm fighting, we all jumping you.
yeah,
Like it ain't no 101.
yeah,
Like you come from that era. You come from the streets.
hmm
So, and if you raise your kids the right way, they go take on your mentality.
yeah,
So if you swing, we swing it.
yeah. And I that's the thing. I feel like because there was like I saw a lot of online backlash about that,
Yeah.
like them all getting involved, and I feel like that's why Ti had to pretty much double down. Like, no, it should have stayed between like me and 50. Where before it was like, yeah, I'm just glad like like my sons even like had like felt like I gotta defend my mom. Like how I go from that to what they should have stayed out the way.
Yeah, but 50 Cent was also posting memes and AI videos of
Yeah,
him with Tiny,
hmm
with him with the mama, and talking about the mama
yeah,
too. So like, why? I don't know. You got to defend your mama's honor.
yeah,
You got to like, if I'm Ti, hey, I got some young soldiers here too with me. So
exactly.
like, as my sons, like, come on, like I ain't the only one shooting. Like we
hmm
all shooting,
Right.
like, or taking these shots,
hmm
not literally, but like we all jumping in. If you go in the booth, we in the booth. Like we doing what we got to do.
But again, I just want to touch on it like real quick. I just love the fact that all three of them basically was like, you've been shot 9 times.
Oh
Let's make
yeah,
it 10. Like the you survived 9. That this 10th one gonna put you
yeah,
down.
yeah. Not
So,
this one.
but no, like I like the beat for what it was, but it's one of those things of like if the other person isn't like going back and forth, then it's like it's kind of like those like you hit up a girl like y'all exchange numbers, but all you see in the conversation is your bubbles.
Hmm.
That's what this beef ended up seeming like.
Yep, yep. Yeah, 50 Cent. And that's why I think that it was, like you said, marketing, because we know 50 Cent just
Mhm.
lay down
Yeah.
and then just not even respond.
hmm
Come on now. 50 Cent would never mature.
Right.
Like, so for him to just not even respond to any of this, like you said, it had to be some marketing involved.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Or it was just like, look, the least I can do is not say nothing because I reneged on our deal.
Yeah, but and that's the other thing. Apparently, this was more of like have your people talk to my people.
Hmm.
So like 50 and Ti, it appears they were never like actually in the same room. The idea came up, and it seemed like 50 Cent told somebody, "I'm cool with that," and or like and maybe like if we can agree to terms or something,
Hmm.
and then was like, "I ain't doing that." So
Yeah.
it sounded like somebody probably already like somebody made an agreement for him,
Hmm.
and then once it got back to him, like, "Oh yeah, we think this would be a great idea." It was like, "I ain't doing that shit." And it was
Hmm.
like, "Oh, all right, cause get Ti on the phone. We ain't doing it." I think
Yeah.
that's more so what it sounded like.
Yeah. And Ti was pissed off because he like, I thought we had this in writing. I thought we was about to go forward with it. The
Yeah,
next step was going forward with it.
right.
I don't understand what's going on now
Yeah,
at this point. And then that's why then all of a sudden 50 like, okay, yeah, we could do it. And then you see Ti like, no, fuck
no,
no.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't fuck with you. You already said no.
yeah. But then
Like,
to also downplay Ti's catalog, he can't he ain't running with me. When in reality, 50, you had outside Get Rich or Die Trying, his career already started to be on the
hmm.
downside after Get Rich or Die Trying. What was the second one? The Massacre. It was fine, very commercial, but everything. Come on now, like you, Curtis, Before I Self Destruct, the Beast is G Unit, like all of that stuff. Like
Yeah, because it's only so many times you could talk about being a gangster and being shot.
right,
Where it's just like, all right. And then your sound isn't like, how I say this, it isn't like forever.
Yeah,
You don't have that forever sound. You have that unique sound that's good for that moment.
yeah,
That's it, and it died down fast.
yeah. But even in a way, it would have still worked if he kind of like leaned into like what Griselda was doing, for example, where like you could still be like that hard edge, but they talking about like I'm in Corinthian leather seats or whatever. Like 50,
Yeah,
if 50 Cent would have leaned more into like I'm a mogul, like the Jay-Z vibe, but I
yeah,
still have like my street sense, like like the dudes from Griselda. I think that would have been like thing like yeah, I got these ventures, but I still bust your head. He he never managed to find another lane. It was just like I've been selling weight. It's like you sold white like 3 years ago because you're sober.
yeah.
You was
And
shot 30 years ago.
he was smart if he'd have pushed Lloyd Banks and the rest of those people he had
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, that, but also like when G Unit was at its peak, those guys were already past their prime,
Hmm.
if that makes sense. Because then he signed like MOP, Mobb Deep, Mace. These are like all has-beens at that point. So I never felt like he actually like besides Lloyd Banks, who was just only a matter of years younger than him, he never found like the next guy. Like he always was like around like decent people like later on in his career, 6ix9ine, Pop Smoke, but they weren't signed to him.
Hmm.
And I feel like he never managed to pull that off. Whereas like I'm gonna take this young prospect and build them up. He never managed that.
Yeah. Um, that's Miss Faye.
Oh, we can let her wait. We almost done.
Okay.
Ray out there too. So
So, like sticking with the versus theme, Lil Wayne recently had an interview and people was talking about Lil Wayne doing a versus, and Lil Wayne say he don't want to really do a versus because a versus is pretty much you putting people against people, and I mean we understand that idea, but he felt like music is an art,
mhm.
and he felt like at this time when I was painting this picture, this person wasn't painting the picture knowing that I'm painting this picture and was trying to make a better portrait than I am. Like we both was on a blank canvas.
Yeah.
We both had our creative thoughts and we both painted different pictures. So why should I put my art against your art when in reality we're not comparing really arts. Like so why should I go out there and do a verses because music is an art form,
Mhm.
and he felt like so like he said it. He said, I have a lot of songs, which he does. So how would I be able to pick 20 of them? Just 20 songs when
Mhm.
my category is infinite. It's forever, which I agree with him. Like his catalog is massive. So it's like, how do I even pick these 10 to 20 songs that for a verses? Like
Mhm.
my 10 to 20 songs is probably just warm up songs, and compared to your songs, they probably be your better songs.
So
So he okay, so basically he said if I'm gonna do a verses, I would want somebody to be there to do mixtape Wheezy versus mainstream Wheezy, and then we can do it that way.
I think that would be a fine concept for verses. But there's a lot of artists that I can see. We're gonna have to like get into like a genre bending type of thing. But there are people that can go against Lil Wayne.
Hmm.
The problem with Lil Wayne that I don't even think he will acknowledge this himself. He's not a good performer. Like can he stay locked in for like 10 to 20 songs? Like right now, like peak Lil Wayne, yeah, absolutely. He was going to give you a show. I feel like now like his history of no shows, showing up late, that's gonna like be an issue for verses, but also his his inability to properly perform. So not only would he have to like choose these songs way in advance, he then has to rehearse them. But there's a handful of people that I think could go against Lil Wayne, and it would be like a great show. The only one that's like really standing out to me right now is Chris Brown, because his catalog is just as deep as Lil Wayne's catalog.
Yeah, see, I think if Lil Wayne, if you want him to be locked in, it has to be somebody he actually like. Like I feel like put him against Drake. That would be great because they have a lot
Yeah.
of songs together.
Mhm.
The vibe would be there, and they had, like, I feel like a versus shouldn't be I don't like you and you don't like me.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be that. I think it should be more so like I respect you and you respect me.
Yeah.
Like, because I've seen a couple verses where, prime example, the No Limit versus Cash Money,
Yeah.
right? When No Limit was doing songs, Cash Money was vibing to it. They was even doing some of the lyrics. Hey, it's like I feel like
BG
that
was smiling like and like Master P he kept emphasizing
Mhm.
this is a celebration.
Yeah. So something like that, not like a Jeezy versus Gucci Man,
Right,
where
or-
you thought it was at any moment.
Respect to Jeezy because like we knew it like once Gucci played that disc like where he was trying to take it, but
Mhm.
respect to Jeezy for that.
Yeah, and Gucci
or-
kept saying stuff.
Yeah, or even like the one that I didn't see coming, Mario and Omarion. That was weird.
Oh yeah.
Like, why was Mario so aggressive?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So that I don't want to see that type of versus.
Yeah.
I feel like it. I would even like to see Ti versus Wayne because they bounce off of each other too. They vibe with each other. I would like to see that. You know,
Right, and also like Ti was like a Wayne. I would say kind of was at his peak when Ti like dropped Paper Trail.
mm-hmm.
So that was like his like biggest album, but he was already kind of like on the rise from like Ti versus Tip King. So his trajectory was like up there, but Lil Wayne was already peak.
Yeah, because Lil Wayne he's at the spot like a 50 Cent or Jay-Z, where it's just like I don't come out unless I have to.
Yeah.
You know, like if I have to, then I will. So I feel like if you're gonna get him to do a verses and really like lock in, it has to be meaningful. It has to be with somebody that really be like, all right, I'll do it. Like I know a lot of people were saying Jay-Z versus Wayne.
He has mentioned that he will be down to do a versus.
Yeah, but I won't want a Jay-Z versus Wayne, right? Only reason I say that is because Wayne could take it somewhere different, trap music, different stuff. Like I would like to see like a J. Cole versus Jay-Z. You know, like two conscious rappers, like two lyrical people that actually, not saying that Lil Wayne don't have the soulful beats and stuff, but he don't have a lot of it. Right. So to me, that'll be a wash automatically because now we going hip hop, soulful beats, you know, all that stuff versus a whole different style or a whole different vibe. Right. So that to me, that's just a weird matchup.
Yeah, it is.
Right. Unless you just sit up there and Jay-Z do his thing, and then you be like, all right, Wayne, you could just pick the songs that really meant something, like Shooter and Not Understood and all that, like Glory and stuff like that. Then you be like, okay, but then now you limited him to what he can do.
I can see like Kanye and Lil Wayne, like, but same thing. Once you reach that level, it's like, can I get this person outside to do this?
See, that's the thing. But I would love to see a DJ go there and do mixtape, or matter of fact, just put together a set and Wayne just do it by himself, and people would choose, was the mixtape era better than the album Wayne?
Right.
But that would be dope.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Yeah.
Even hell, drag his son out. Let his son do mixtape. That's about let him do the mixtape version.
I hate his children. I get it, like,
but I'm just saying, like, something, mix it up some type of way. Like, I would like to see mixtape Wayne versus Wayne.
Yeah.
I think we always talked about that though. Like, put together a set.
We broke it down like that's what we did. Like, like because he really has kind of like four. Like, you got Cash Money. You have like his solo career, but then that gets broken down into like the mixtape and like his mainstream stuff. Then you got his features.
Yeah.
So it's like
see, that's what I say. It's tough. Lil Wayne is just it's tough. Like you said, the Cash Money version of him. You got his features. You got the mixtape. You got the album Wayne. And then you also got, his rebirth era.
Oh yeah.
Like, and then it'd be hard. It's hard to even see. That's what I'm saying. Like, out of all that, you got to pick 20 songs.
Yeah.
If I'm Wayne, it's like, how do I do that? So I don't know, but I'm sad to say, all my life I wanted to hit the lotto. But so Lotto, she's pregnant.
Yeah. Apparently, with 21 Savage's child. Now the thing for me about that is like it's the whole like baby mama drama apparently,
Mm-hmm.
where like I didn't know that like 21 Savage had become such a private person, but like I guess he's married.
Yeah, which is which I don't understand this because she always pride herself on not being available
Yeah.
to these type of guys.
Hmm.
Her body count always being low,
Right.
right? Even in her music, if you hear it, and then out of all people, I mean, I don't know 21 Savage,
Yeah.
but he's still married with 3 kids.
Right.
So that you breaking up a happy home, and from listening to your interviews and knowing how you are, you never want to be that chick. So I'm trying to figure out like what am I missing?
Right. But it's always like and like I don't say this as like a slight toward like any like female artists, but I feel like what they preach in like their music isn't always like what they end up like showing you in their reality. Like Glorilla, for example, like how she's something like, man, like like fuck nigga free. I ain't messing with none like these men, and like I play men, and then like she's all lovey dovey with Brandon Ingram, Tiana Taylor to an extent is
Cardi B,
Summer Walker, like is
Nicki Minaj.
yeah, like the list goes on.
She
And
can't never go to Chuck E. Cheese for her husband.
or school, like even drop the kid off, but is
Our Kids Empire.
guys on really any kid's birthday party.
Can can he go to McDonald's and order a Happy Meal?
As long as it doesn't have the ball pit. But it's it's just one of those things though, like like the women's liberation, and of course, like and like on the other side of things, like with like the male artists, they say stuff that isn't always true,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like you have these women who like identify with you now
Yeah.
because of like your lyrics, and then you do something that's complete opposite. So now all of a sudden it's like, well, I ain't too worried about that. You could have kept your pregnancy to yourself then, but you decided to put it out on like the
On
main
your
stage.
album.
Yeah,
That was your album rollout.
yeah. So that's my whole thing, like with like the Big Mama album coming out, and it's just
And that's not Big Mama vibes.
it's
Like
not right.
you got knocked up by a married man.
Yeah,
Hey, you can't even have. You got Cheryl.
right. So yeah, my whole thing is like like congratulations, like hopefully like like you have a safe and healthy like childbirth, but it's one of those things of like this is like where it begins.
Yeah, but I knew she was gonna do some stupid shit when she start fucking with Sexy Red. They got Sexy Red written all over it.
They do. They do.
I guess.
Sexy Ray got to the bag, immediately got pregnant. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, that give me Sexy Red. Sexy Red vibes all over. Damn, you fucked up a good one.
But I think that white about to come out a lot on now. Like is she gonna snap back? Because she probably gonna require more surgery. But like good luck with that.
Yeah.
In 21, just remember like what she looked like now. That baby ain't gonna look. No, a lot of was always pretty. Like
Yeah,
she
she
got
is.
some enhancements, but she was always
Yeah, she was always nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have her get thicker. That was it. Even though she said it's natural. It's not.
It's not.
It's not like
Good for
glow,
you.
like Glorilla. They ain't natural.
Right.
I don't care what you say. Um, but lastly, like this AI takeover. Are you for it? Are you against it? Myself, I love AI. I think you use it properly, it can be right. I know I was talking to some friends and stuff. They hate AI. One of my friends, um, sometimes she called me talking to me about her boyfriend or not boyfriend or whatever they are, and then I, I try to give her advice, and then what be messing me up is she said, "You know what? That's what Chat GBT said." Like I was like, "What?" And she like every morning I talk to Chat GBT. That's my therapist. Like we be having real conversations. I'm like, "Really?" She was like, "Yeah." I even talked to him about you. I said, "What the fuck? Like what is going on here?" And then I got another friend that every time I use AI, in my videos or to edit something or do something, she send me a text and say, "You must don't care about me." And I just be like, "What?" And she be like, "You don't care about the water that I drink?" I was like, "What?" She like, "Every time you AI, you killing me." I was like, what the fuck is really going on? She like, cause you gotta think about all the power, all the computers, all this other stuff. And I was like, all right, last thing I'm gonna think about is you go kill yourself. Like,
Okay.
so,
All right.
so I got some people that's for AI, some people that just despise of AI.
I like AI, but at the same time, I feel like we as a society need to be more educated
Mm-hmm.
in using AI.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things, but like this is like a natural progression in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go from like the smartphones being able to like
Yeah.
do everything for you to like now AI is like able to like write papers for you
Yeah.
for like college and be able to like bypass like all those like checks and stuff to
Mhm.
see if like this was like your own personal paper or if this was created. Like so I feel like things are becoming much easier for us to utilize, but overall, it's going to make people dumber because they're not going to be capable of doing things themselves. However, I like to use AI, especially like when I'm in like a rush or something, or
Mhm.
to like kind of flesh out an idea, and
Mhm.
then you go in and you kind of
Yeah.
like fix it. Like it's been times where like even for work purposes, like hey, write this document, put all this information in, and then I'll kind of like go through and like, okay, I don't need that.
Mhm.
I don't need that. Fix that. Change that. But it at least like it builds the frame, and I go in and just like make my necessary changes.
Yeah, and then plus I like it as well because think about it. When you used to browse the web on the internet, you gotta fact check this, and you gotta go over there and you gotta click this and check that, and you gotta go over here and you gotta check that. AI just eliminates all that. It
Yeah.
just get all that in one place. It bypasses all that, and
Yeah.
boom, all that information just sitting right there. And sometimes, like you said, I might have an idea. I don't know how to convey it.
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, I'm gonna go and put it in there. So get those thoughts for me
Right.
how I want them to, and then all I have to do is just put it how I want it to be. Like that's it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like it. It's convenient, especially if you in a rush. It's convenient if you kind of got that brain freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I love Chat GBT. I won't lie. I love the AI tools.
Yeah, like I love that. Like like the Google AI,
Mhm.
Copilot and stuff. Like it's a lot of that stuff is useful, especially like when you yourself are a capable person
Mhm.
and you're just using that as an aid,
Yeah, and
not
then
using it to do the work for you, but you're using it as an aid to help you with it.
yeah, then I think it's one of those things where it's happening.
Yeah.
So you either get on board or get left behind.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well get used to it because it's only going to advance. It's only going to get better.
Exactly.
All these tools that we used to use will no longer be here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's best to get on board or, like I said, get left behind and
Right.
you go be a dinosaur.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for tuning in to the 414 Morning Podcast. Next episode, you'll see the new logo
Oh yeah, that's exciting. And new merch.
and new merch.
All right.
All right. I'm Orlando.
I'm Daryl.
Till next time.
I got scars unhealed that money can't fix it. My brother turned a snake just for that quickly. Gay love they gay hate cause they mind will sick. Now it's 30 in the clock cause the pot got thick. Damn, change ain't change, only change switch clips. Gotta ride with that drum, keep that clip by my hip. See the pain in my verse every time you hear me spit. They told me keep my circle tight, but that